so it's undergoing radioactive decay. Now, a really important point about radioactive decay is that it's a completely random process. Scientists cannot predict when a nucleus will decay. Now, the activity is the rate at which a source of unstable nuclei decay. Activity is measured in becquerel, and that has the symbol capital B, lowercase q. 1 becquerel equals 1 decay per second. To measure the activity of a radioactive source, we can use a Geiger-Müller tube such as this one, and you may have seen one of these in school. The count rate is the number of decays recorded each second by a detector such as a Geiger-Müller tube. Now, I should point out that count rate is not the same as activity. That's due to background radiation, which we look at in a later video. Okay, so we know that radioactive nuclei give out radiation. So let's take a closer look now at what this means. There are 4 different types of radiation which can be given out by an unstable nucleus. The first kind of radiation is called an alpha particle. We saw this before when we looked at the alpha scattering experiment. Alpha particles consist of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. That means that an alpha particle is the same as the nucleus of a helium atom. You don't need to get too bogged down by that idea, but you do need to remember it for your exam. The second type of radiation is called a beta particle. A beta particle is simply an electron which is ejected from the nucleus at very high speed. Now, we've already seen that the nucleus of atoms does not contain electrons, so where does the beta particle come from? Well, the answer is that the beta particle is formed inside the nucleus when a neutron changes into a proton and an electron. The electron is ejected from the nucleus, and we now call it a beta particle. Okay, the third type of radiation is called a gamma ray. Gamma rays are not particles. They're a type of electromagnetic radiation from the nucleus. Finally, the fourth type of radiation that's sometimes given out by unstable nucleus is a neutron. Remember, you'll find plenty of questions on radioactivity and radiation in my revision workbook, and you can get that by clicking on the link above. Okay, so hopefully now you should be able to describe what's meant by radioactive decay. You should then be able to describe the 4 types of nuclear radiation.